Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to the Long Dark. So now that we've got the meds that a good friend needed, and I think if I remember right, I got rid of some of the weight last time. I think we got rid of enough that I can make my trip back, probably. We're gonna head back. And hopefully not run into any bears or anything scary along the way. I assume we'll be back at some point when we can get into that control room and see more of the place, because we haven't even really seen much of that place. There's a lot more cool stuff. Oh, that is a wolf. Okay. We're going to go this way, because I think there's actually a cache I wanted to get over here anyway. I'm going to leave the wolf to do his thing. Sorry if my voice sounds a little weird. It's kind of early morning. So, just thought I'd let everyone know we are recording with Fraps today. Normally I use the GeForce Experience, but I've been having a lot of issues getting it to run with Nier Automata. So I'm going to I'm temporarily uninstalling it and going back to Fraps for a little bit just to make my life a little easier. We'll see how it looks. Not getting as high of a frame rate, which is a little bummer-ish, but I don't know if this is a game that necessarily needs the 60 frames a second, you know? So we're going to do it for a bit just because I think it's going to save me a lot of time and energy, you know? I need to stop saying you know, because you don't obviously know, but I'm going to tell you that because that is a thing that I say, and it is ingrained in my speech pattern. Getting a little cold out here. I can't remember, because I don't normally go this way on this map. I can't remember if there's any good places to shelter down at, or if we just kind of have to keep moving. But we are, I want to say, like right here. So if we keep going this way, we should see a cache at some point. I don't remember if they said there are any landmarks near it, though. Nah, I don't need that. I'm good. We may benefit from stopping at some point behind a rock and building a campfire and making some coffee, though. Or tea, or anything warm, really. Someone linked me a video recently. It was a Source filmmaker or forge maker, whatever they call that thing. It's called Duck Shoes, and it's super hilarious. I was watching that before this. And I encourage everyone to go and look at that if they haven't seen it. Oh, right. I remember now. They said it was like at the entrance of a cave near something. Was it near this, or was it near a cave? Oh, I'm not reloaded. Dang it. That's what I get for being an idiot. Man. I was wondering why he didn't do the gun cock animation, you know? Because there's nothing in it. Last time I used it, I never reloaded it, because I'm an idiot. How badly am I hurt? I think I just have a sprained ankle. So we're going to take some medicine for that. If you're really close to a house and you're planning on sleeping anyway, it's not really necessary to take medication for that. Because all that does is make you limp. You move a little bit slower when you can't run. But thought I could pick these up. But entirely unnecessary. Now this is a small shelter. It does very, very little for you. So you really don't even want to stay here unless you're just trying to inventory manage for a second like I am. So let's, we do have some coffee in our inventory. Let's build a small fire. Unfortunately, I can't build it in here, but I should be able to build it, like, right outside the entrance, I think. Maybe. Maybe not.
That did it.
Alright, let me see if I can... Okay, so we are warming up. This is good. I don't even know if the building's actually providing me anything. Let's just stay right here. We'll make some herbal tea, and warm up for a second, then we'll keep going. Alright. So that'll keep us from getting too cold. Hey, look, a dead guy. He had the same idea I did, but he was stupid. Alright, so that's our other key. Wasn't actually expecting to find that out here, but there you go. So I guess on our way back, I'm going to try to stop by the cabin and check out the other place. I feel like there's going to be better stuff in there, considering this key is harder to find. Let me stay here for a second while I look at... I think it'd be notes. Oh wait, no, these are like beginning notes, so I need end notes. Left in the cave, head out back out from the dam, follow the river, look for a cave near a clearing with a hunter's blind. So this looks like a hunter's blind, right? Cave near a clearing in a hunter's blind. Near a hunter's blind. Is that thing I was just looking at over here, is that considered a cave? It's more of an overhang than a cave, but that's the most cave-looking thing over here, so we're gonna try that. Alright, let's see if he hides it in the same box everyone else does. Oh, I guess it is a cave. I thought I could see straight through it. You can't. It's just, well, I guess there's a little skylight for some light. See, rather than the hunter's blind, this would be a better spot. Couple supplies, not bad. This would be a better spot to set up camp if you really had to. Because while there is open air, it's a lot less cold in here. You know, it's a windbreak, basically, is what it is. That seems to be what they're classified in this game. There's windbreaks, which you can get if you hide on the right, you know, on the side of a rock that's facing away from the wind. If that makes sense. I don't know if I worded that correctly. You can get, you know, like rudimentary shelters, which provide a little bit, like more than a wind block. And then there's actual shelters, which, unless, basically I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, sometimes the actual shelters won't actually be enough to keep you warm if you don't have good clothes when you start. That's basically how the hardest difficulty starts. I mean, I think you get more wolves and stuff like that, but the big defining feature of the hardest difficulties is that you start with probably some of the worst clothes. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm ready for you this time. Got him. See, look, it looks like he reloads, but he doesn't. I think that's what got me. It looks like he reloads when he's done, because he, like, folds up the gun and puts it away. I like how it follows him. But that's not an actual reload. That's what's confusing me. What is that? Is that a wolf or a rock? I think it's a rock. Anyway, I think we are about at Mystery Lake. Looks like we are. I think. Yeah, I think we're at Mystery Lake again. So as you can see, this is not a very big map. Neither was the last one, to be perfectly fair. But I feel like it was a little bit bigger than this. So, you know, it's cool, I guess. You know, it's, like I said, it's one of the earlier maps, so I don't fault them for it. But it is noticeably smaller than most of the other ones. Since we got that other cabin lake key, I definitely want to try that out. Also, I'm not sure, did I skip out on a cabin last time that I said I was going to go to? I feel like I did, because I went up onto this, yeah, because I went and stayed in the, I went and fished in that little cabin, or the fishing hut. That's what I'm looking for. I went and fished in the fishing hut, and then the weather got bad, and I didn't, I wanted to get to an actual shelter. But I think I skipped a cabin. Maybe. Might be closer to the other place, but there's a cabin I always, like, miss. Is it? Oh, it's this one. Okay. Yeah. So, over there in the middle of the screen, that was the first two cabins, and I think there's a burnt down one. Then there were two over here and a burnt down one. And there's one over here that I don't think I ever visited. This one's all by itself. And that one is locked too, okay. So I guess we're not going to that one, but we can go to the other one we just got the key for. A lot of walking. I'm still fully behind that idea that we need to have some kind of craftable sled to carry stuff. Maybe make it an in-game item too. It doesn't need to be an early game item. I don't want, you know, necessarily a sled to be an early game item, but you could make it so, you know, you'd have to hone down some wood. Maybe you need specialty tools for it. You can't just like do it with an axe necessarily. You'll need some sort of specialty tool, and you'll need a workbench, and it'll take you, you know, I don't know, 24 hours of solid work to make this sled, right? And you could make the rope out of, I don't know, the deer guts or something. That's what they usually make the cordage out of, is like the guts from the animals once they've been dried. But, I mean, you could totally do it, and I think it would be really cool for sort of an in-game-ish kind of item.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Make it so you can pull along an extra 20, maybe 30 pounds without... Ooh, that's weird. Wool ear wrap? But make it so you could carry just a little bit of extra stuff. And maybe you can only go over fairly smooth terrain. You can't, like, bring it up a mountain
slowing me down.
or anything. You could definitely make it have some downsides. It was combat pants. But I still think it would be kind of cool. It would make transferring stuff between your bases a whole lot less of a pain. Like if you have a home base set up somewhere else in another region, moving all those supplies takes a while. So it would be cool if you could do something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop all those books. Because they're heavy. Right. And the wood. Do I really need that wood? Not really. It's just extra weight at this point that I really don't need. Alright. Off-season fun. We're not supposed to go there off-season, but there's amazing hunting to be had near Mystery Lake. The warden usually shuts down the park for winter. The cabins are meant for summer use to bring warm clothes and a heavy sleeping pack. I think. We'll break in, bag a few stags, then truck the meat out of there in a couple of weeks. Stan will come pick us up along the coastal highway. Meet me at the lake cabins on November XX. Come alone. Bring beer. There's been logging in the area, so stay out of sight. Uh-oh. These people sound like they're doing illegal stuff.
This stuff will come in handy.
And they got their combat boots. Oh, now I'm heavy on weight again. Want that metal. Give me the metal. Alright, I'm going to... I want to, like, break down some of that stuff. Okay. I'm going to make a compromise here because I don't want to entirely just, like, leave this stuff way out in the middle of nowhere, like all the gloves and the clothes I don't need. But I am going to drop them off at the camp office. So if I want to break them down later or something, I can. But, truthfully, I probably don't need all that cloth, so... It's this way. So we'll trudge over there, drop a bunch of extra crap off that I don't need, then we'll go back in. Because there's the possibility that, to my understanding, they keep doing this, that we'll get there and the guy will be like, oh, I need some, I don't know, cloth or firewood. Oh, he does. Oh, we can make him more friendly. And we can get recipes if we bring him cloth and stuff. Maybe I should bring it with me. Let me think. We're like right here. When we get here, we're down this way. There's a supply cache apparently. We get that way. It's a bit of a long trudge, and since we've already done it, assuming nothing happens, I may speed it up to make it more palatable. So, humor me for a moment while I do that, and if I think of anything cool or anything interesting happens, we'll slow back down. Alright, here's the part where I don't feel like walking around, so we're just going to deal with the wolves. And hopefully keep them away. Okay. We may have failed. I'm not entirely sure yet. We're going to find out real quick. I think we may have failed. No, he's still staying back. He's getting close, but then he's backing up. Or he's stopping. He's scared. As they should be. Power of fire. Man, all these wolves ganged up on me at once, though. It'd be bad news. I don't think the game does that, but it might. I've never been in an area where there were like 3 wolves that all ganged up on you. But if they did, you'd pretty much be dead. Like, you couldn't bandage, you couldn't run, you couldn't pull out a gun in time. I mean, that'd just be it. You'd be done. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna go in the house and hide for a little bit. And do a little inventory management because this is just too slow. Ah, that wool ear wrap. I wasn't sure. I thought that was a head item. That's actually an accessory. So I can wear it in an accessory slot, and it'll warm me up a little bit more. That's cool. Alright, welcome back. I decided just to go ahead and be smart and just stay the night. So I'm moving a lot faster, cut down a lot of the weight. And I didn't actually end up having to really get rid of much. I had to, a lot of my clothes actually needed to get repaired. So that was pretty easy. And it is foggy again, so I can't see anything. We're going to keep the gun out. Anyway, just like before, I'm going to speed this up to make it a bit more palatable, and keep moving. Alright, we're almost there. I was looking at my map during that. And there's supposed to be a supply cache, like, right next to the rail line, but they describe a rock. I assume that's a rock here, and I'm not exactly sure what they were referring to. Maybe I was just looking at it wrong. I'm not really sure, but I didn't really notice where it was. That being said, I've got a lot of supplies, so I'm not entirely dependent on getting those. But just something to look for, I guess, if I keep going back through that area. Let's see if I can... Nah, we're going to have to walk around. Back at the Trapper's Lodge. Pretty much been over the entire map. I mean, we went this way. The only way I haven't really explored is this way, but we kind of did. We explored this, so I guess we didn't explore this. But I can tell you there's not very much that way. It's mostly just forest. In fact, that's a place that I often get lost at least early, before I knew the map well, that I would often get lost in this area somewhere. Especially if it was really blizzardy, you know? Take your meds, Grandpa.
Hey.
Are you dead
old
yet?
guy. Hey. Hey, you still with me? Shit. I'm too late.
I mean, he's moving. I could see him. He was like moving just a little.
Hey, you're still alive. What's your name?
Call me Jeremiah.
I went to the dam. Found some supplies that should help.
Take these drugs.
Thanks. Because my insides hurt like hell. What did you find?
General meds. Painkillers, antibiotics, and what looks to be some old vials of morphine.
Morphine?
Easy. Hopefully your pain won't get that bad. You alone out here?
I mean, other than that bear that tried to murder me.
What's it to you? What the hell are you doing out here anyway?
Hey, don't get excited. I'm just looking for someone.
The only thing you should be looking for is a way to kill that bear.
Bear?
Don't act like you forgot the
He'll be
bear.
back soon enough. And when he is, I'll be ready. Shit.
Ready for what? You can barely sit up.
That bear is a man killer. If we don't finish him off, no telling what savage fury he'll unleash.
I'm just on my way through the area. That bear's got nothing to do with me.
Listen, stranger. You aren't going anywhere. Like it or not, you and me have a problem in common. Neither of us is going to survive unless we kill that damn bear.
It's like one man's personal vengeance story against bear. What's the story with this bear? Story's real simple. That bear and me, we have unfinished business. Unfinished business? Yeah, you could call it a trade in kind. Every time we meet, we leave with a little of the other's blood. Sounds like a losing proposition. Sure it will be, for one of us. Why are you so angry against this bear? Can you tell me more about the area around us? The whole area takes its name from Mystery Lake nearby. Not much here, some old cabins here and there. Railway passes through. Campground around the lake's closed for the season. Mostly dead most of the year. You alone out here? Pretty much. The whole island's abandoned now. Few scattered groups left, no real industry. Rare supply boat from the mainland. That's really the only lifeline for the few folks that still live on Great Bear. Sounds like a pretty quiet place. Just the way we like it. We? You're from the mainland. You wouldn't understand. You mainlander? How's your pain? Everything hurts like hell, but I'll live. You want something stronger than painkillers? No, yeah, I do. But I'll be okay. You seemed pretty excited when I mentioned morphine. Morphine? Nah, that stuff's dangerous. Especially the old stuff. Addictive. Makes you feel like you're floating. In a dream. Right. Whatever, old man. The dam? Seems odd to have a dam in such a pristine piece of wilderness. Yeah, this place has always been ruined by greed. The dam looks like it's been abandoned for a while. Yeah, the big quake years ago shut that nonsense down. Quake? You don't know anything, mainlander. Guess I must have forgot. Railroads, coal, logging, mining, hydro. Whole island's basically a perfect wilderness that's been slowly destroyed by industry over the past, 100 years or so. That's kind of progress, right? People need jobs, need to feed their families. Doesn't matter. Quake put an end to all of that. And things are changing. What things? Haven't you noticed? Since the light's in the sky, the world is quiet now. Alone? You alone out here? Yeah, I keep to myself. Hunt a bit, fish in the summer, keep my trap lines full. Once every couple of months I head down to Rupert's Landing. Trade for what I need. You have some way to call out of here? Like a radio? No? Who do I need to talk to? Don't like people much? I don't. Okay then.
You see those lights in the sky a few nights ago?
Yeah. I saw him. We see the northern lights this far up, but I've never seen anything quite like that.
I'm a bush pilot. Those lights took my plane down. Nearly died in the crash. Now I need to find my... I had a passenger with me.
Dead.
I sure hope not. We were on our way to Perseverance Mills. You know it?
Shit, nothing town. A few hours north.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I know it. You're the first person I've seen in months. I haven't seen your friend.
The phone lines are down. Nothing electrical seems to be working. You think it has something to do with the flash of light?
Could be. Wildlife's been acting weird too. Wolves, mostly. Hanging around more than usual. Like they're waiting.
Waiting? For what?
I don't know. But I have a bad feeling about it. Look, maybe we can help each other.
I don't know. I need to get out there and look for my friend.
Well, I have an idea that might help you find who you're looking for. But with that bear out there, and me laid up in here, well, you're as good as dead.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I mean, the bear
What do you have in
hasn't
mind?
been bothering us.
Well, with
At
that
all.
bear on the prowl, you'll never survive long enough to find your friend. And I can't do shit from in here. But I can guide you. You do what I say, and I'll keep you alive.
And what's in it for you?
We'll talk about that. But first, you need some protection. Hand me my rifle. Shit. What I was afraid of. That shot you took hurt the rifle more than the bear. My rifle's done.
Shit. Sorry. You have a backup?
No. No backup. But I know where you might be able to fix it.
Great. Where?
Old railway yard. About a day's travel south. Along the tracks. There's a machine shop there. I used to trade for time on the tools to keep my gear in order. Bush pilot like you should be able to handle them.
I'll see what I can do.
Listen. Stay along the tracks. Keep your eyes open for the old bear. If you see him, hide. And pray he doesn't pick up your scent. Don't get cocky, or we'll both end up dead.
Got it.
Good luck, pilot. Maybe we'll make a survivor out of you yet.
I mean, I think I'll be fine. I don't know about you. Let's see if... Okay, I'm going to give him some stuff. Because I've got some cloth, some old man's beard wound dressing, and some sticks. And maybe some pork and beans I can give to him. Oh, I guess all of this, yeah. All this is fine. So he trusts us more. So that'll give us some more dialogue. Seem to be a lot of wolves around Mystery Lake. Yeah, even more than usual. You have any suggestions for how I should deal with them? Apart from staying far away or shooting them if they get too close. I know a place where you might be able to find some old flares. They don't seem to like the noise. Throw one at them and they're likely to run. Thanks. Alright, survival, getting pretty handy out there for a pilot. You won't get far without a good hatchet or knife, though. I'm keeping my eyes open for them. You know, you find a forge and the right materials. You could probably fashion a half-decent hatchet of your own. I'm listening. There's an old forge near the abandoned Spence homestead. The other side of Muskeg. You'll find most of what you need there. Mystery Lake. Can you tell me more about this area? What do you want to know? Seems like the more I know about the area, the better chances I have of surviving. If you think a lesson on local history is going to help you out there, here, fill your boots, as the islanders like to say. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's take a look at that real quick. So we dealt with that. Got to get to the railway maintenance yard and get into the repair shed. Supply cache. Okay. Forge blueprints. We should definitely follow up on that. The forge is kind of a, I would say, mid to late game-ish thing. It's an important late game item because it allows you to see the thing about all of like the bladed things, like the hatchets and the knives and stuff, is you can keep them up with the whetstones, but once they're gone, they're gone. There's not really any long-term solution to keeping them working other than sharpening them. So if you ever get into like a really long, like 40 or 50 day game, you start needing other supplies. Now, because all the maps are connected in a normal sandbox, it's normally not a big problem, but you can actually make your own stuff with like metal, and I think you need like fir trees and stuff like that, but you can make your own stuff, which is really cool. So I hope we get to do that. So we got Mystery Lake knowledge, cache location, improvised hatchet. So we need more trust here, and we can learn some of this other stuff, including snow shelters are pretty useful, like I'm about to die because I'm freezing to death solution. Or I really, really need to sleep, and I have no idea where I'm at. The deerskin pants and deerskin boots I want to get just because they're cool. And they're usually pretty warm. So we're definitely going to try for that. Let me see. If we can get him deer pelt, that'll bring that up really quick. And it doesn't even have to be cured, so I can just get a deer pelt. That shouldn't take that long, all things considered. Alright, well I think we're about done. I think we're about done. So I'm probably going to end up staying the night here again. I might go out and try to get a rabbit or something. And then, you know, give it to him. The pelt. But other than that, that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thanks for watching. We'll get to that next time. Let me take a look at the map really quick. Okay, so we need to... Oh, so we need to leave Mystery Lake to fix his rifle, I think. There's also a supply cache pretty close to his house. So yeah, I guess we're maybe leaving and then coming back. It looks like. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll come back next time and continue. Bye.